Judges chapter 14 continues the story of Samson, the Nazirite chosen by God to be a deliverer of Israel. In this chapter, Samson expresses a desire to marry a Philistine woman from Timnah, despite his parents' objections. He insists on the union, saying that he is attracted to her. Samson's parents ultimately comply with his request and accompany him to Timnah to arrange the marriage. On the way to Timnah, Samson encounters a young lion, and with the Spirit of the Lord upon him, he tears the lion apart with his bare hands. This event foreshadows Samson's great physical strength and his divinely empowered abilities. As they continue the journey, Samson later finds honey in the carcass of the lion and eats it, though he does not tell his parents about the source of the honey. The chapter also describes a wedding feast in Timnah, where Samson poses a riddle to the Philistine guests, offering them a wager. He challenges them to solve the riddle within 7 days, promising to give them 30 linen garments and 30 sets of clothes if they succeed, but demanding the same from them if they fail. The riddle is based on his encounter with the lion, and the guests are unable to solve it. Frustrated by their inability to solve the riddle, the Philistine guests pressure Samson's wife to discover the answer from him. She persuades Samson to reveal the riddle's meaning, and she in turn tells the Philistines. As the 7-day deadline approaches, the guests provide Samson with the correct answer, which he realizes was obtained through deceit. In response, Samson kills 30 Philistines in Ashkelon to obtain the clothing promised and the wager and returns to his parents in anger. In summary, Judges chapter 14 depicts key events in Samson's life, including his desire to marry a Philistine woman, his encounter with a lion, and his challenge to the Philistine wedding guests with a riddle. The chapter reveals elements of Samson's character, his unique strength, and his tendency to be impulsive and act on his own terms. Samson's interactions with the Philistines set the stage for further conflicts and confrontations in the chapters that follow. Let's now read Judges chapter 14. And Samson went down to Timnath, and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. And he came up, and told his father and his mother, and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines, now therefore get her for me to wife. Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleaseth me well. But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord, that he sought an occasion against the Philistines, for at that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel. Then went Samson down, and his father and his mother, to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath, and, behold, a young lion roared against him. And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid, and he had nothing in his hand, but he told not his father or his mother what he had done. And he went down, and talked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. And after a time he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion, and, behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion. And he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his father and mother, and he gave them, and they did eat, but he told not them that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of the lion. So his father went down unto the woman, and Samson made there a feast, for so used the young men to do. And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him. And Samson said unto them, I will now put forth a riddle unto you, if ye can certainly declare it me within the 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will give you 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. But if ye cannot declare it me, then shall ye give me 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. And they said unto him, Put forth thy riddle, that we may hear it. And he said unto them, Out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. And they could not in 3 days expound the riddle. And it came to pass on the 7th day, that they said unto Samson's wife, Entice thy husband, that he may declare unto us the riddle, lest we burn thee and thy father's house with fire. Have ye called us to take that we have? Is it not so? And Samson's wife wept before him, and said, Thou dost but hate me, and lovest me not. Thou hast put forth a riddle unto the children of my people, and hast not told it me. And he said unto her, Behold, I have not told it my father nor my mother, and shall I tell it thee? And she wept before him the 7 days, while their feast lasted. And it came to pass on the 7th day, that he told her, because she lay sore upon him. And she told the riddle to the children of her people. And the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day before the sun went down, What is sweeter than honey? And what is stronger than a lion? And he said unto them, If ye had not plowed with my heifer, ye had not found out my riddle. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. This ends our reading of Judges chapter 14.